Hey, what's going on, folks? Mr. Mom. You guys ever think about like the tops on your tanks, the lids on your tanks? I know I never do up until like just a couple days ago. And this has happened to me a few times where I've had, fish jump out of my tank. And it wasn't out of this tank. It was out of one of the holding tanks. And I keep like a lot of blue boaties, blue botas, whatever you want to call them, in the holding tanks just to eat snails and stuff, because try and keep the snail population down in the holding tanks there for the plants. But I was messing around in one of the tanks last night, turned off the light, left the room. About 20 minutes later, my wife walks in there, and, there's one of them on the floor flopping around, cat hair, stuck to him all over, a bunch of garbage. Looked like a fish Jolly Rancher sitting on the floor. But he was still kind of breathing. I mean, he had to have been on the floor at least a good 20 minutes or so, at least. So, amazingly he lived. But it just kind of got me thinking about lids. And then this morning, after that happened last night, this morning I come out here, and this is, just another tank that I'm using as a holding tank right now. And as you can see, it's got nothing but rummy nose in it. It's like got one or two little gouramis and a bushy nose, but it's got just a bunch of rummy nose in it, like 25, 30 rummies. And they're not usually notorious for jumping and stuff, so I don't ever run a lid on this tank. And that's one thing, for people who do planted tanks, they don't like to run lids. I don't like to run lids because I don't like to, lose light penetration and all that. The cube is looking sick, by the way. Just throw that out there. But I never run lids on this tank, never had a problem. Dead physique on the carpet, this morning. Dead piece of beef jerky physique, rummy nose physique. Jumped out of the tank. So even this tank, they're jumping out. So I know my rainbows, I've actually lost 2 rainbows and actually maybe 3 or 4 rainbows over the years, of jumping out of the tank. And it's always a drag when fish jump out of the tank. I mean, I know that. You know that. It's probably happened to most of us. And as you can see, I've got lids on here now because I haven't taken them off. And what I've been doing with the rainbow tank, and I'm going to start doing it with this tank, and I guess all my tanks, unfortunately, is I put the glass lids on at night. Because it's always, at night when the lights go out and the blue lights come on this tank, the little moon lights, for effect. And then these fish just start getting all bloodthirsty and going ape ditty, jumping out of the tank. And then, all the way on the other side of the house and stuff, I can hear my blue boaties jumping all over the place in the growing tank. So, and those fish get pure aggressive, guys. I mean, I tried to pick it up, and they've got such barbs in them, it actually drew blood on my hand. So, pretty dumbfounding. So yeah, just thinking about the lids, guys. If you haven't lost any fish due to not running lids, it's probably just a matter of time. And running lids sucks. I know. I hate them. I personally hate lids, just because you spend all that money on everything to get your plants to grow and all that time and effort, and the lids just kind of counterproductive, as I just almost smash mine. That's how much I care about them. But gotta keep running because I don't want to lose all my fish from jumping out because they get bloodthirsty whenever the lights go out. So there it is, guys. Don't get any beef jerky on the floor. Put lids on your tanks at least at night. There's the tip of the week, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, and if you didn't know, we sell plants, so check that out. FiredUpAquatics.net. I always put the little thing down there just in case you guys forget. So that's what I got, guys. J Flesh Tanks, Mr. Mom Tanks. No beef jerky tonight. Peace.